Welcome back to part 2 of Bridle Black.
Oh, by
Phillies
the
in.
way, when there was a part where they said the magic kept on bursting out of the horn as she was being cut. Like I said before, wasn't the magic coming out of the horn supposed to indicate climaxing over excitement?
Yes.
So I guess you could sum up of what I'm talking about here.
Alright, let me continue on here. The knife came down. Fire Flicker screamed. The audience screamed. Pinky slurped on her drink. Rainy Day held a piece of parchment with Fire Flicker's cutie mark on it high, revealing the captive pony's whole but completely blank flank. Laughed an insane evil laugh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Now your cutie mark is mine.
Oh, come on, why didn't they use blank flank, blank flank in there? It would have been a perfect moment.
From the back of the audience came such a high, piercing shrieks of pure, unbridled terror for a moment. Everyone jerked back to the present. An usher pony quickly found his flashlight and shined it to the very back row, pinning the three very scared and very young ponies in the light. Uh-oh, Apple Bloom said, and gulped. Beside her, Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle gulped as well.
Well, no wonder they would scream.
Apple Bloom, how can you do this? Sneaking into a restricted movie of all things, Applejack yelled, pacing back and forth in front of the three very much in trouble cutie mark crusaders, who all looked down embarrassed. Well, we did pay for our tickets, Scootaloo offered nervously. We weren't stealing or nothing. We just wanted to see movie Dash was going to. How did you manage to do that? Rarity asked, looking at them with a disappointing but so far quiet expression. Sweetie Belle brightened a little. I made us cloaks, like we saw Rose wearing in the movie poster. We all stood on top of each other. The Ticketmaster thought we were in a costume and actually gave us a discount. She pulled out the cloak out of nowhere and put it on, looking for all the world like a little tiny pony cultist. The other two followed suit immediately after, and they did look very much like Rose, Twinkie, and the other pony from the movie. Well, you just wait until I tell Mother about this, Rarity said with a snout. Sweetie Belle drooped again. Oh yes, you're going to be grounded for a month at least. Rainbow Dash almost looked sympathetic at that. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Scooter Butt. Looks like we have to wait until your punishment is over to take you kite flying. Scootaloo looked up in sudden horror. But we're gonna do that next week. Y'all should have thought of that before you snuck into an adults-only movie, Applejack replied in a stern voice. But I've been waiting my whole life to be taken on my first kite flight, and Dash was gonna hold my string. You still get to go, but you just gotta wait a bit longer, Fluttershy offered gently. Scootaloo fell to her knees, hooves raced to the sky. No! I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. What in tarnation make you want to see a movie like that anyways? I'm an adult pony, I don't even like it. Dash kept her wings over her head half of the time. Applejack carefully didn't admit that she had her own eyes closed too. Applejack learned morose. We just wanted to see if we get a horror movie cutie mark. Something cool like the moon with bats flying across it. Or a dancing skeleton, Scootaloo offered. Old pony head and two robots, Squeaky Belle added. Everyone looked at her and then shook their head. Hey, maybe now we can get our creepy, cultless cutie marks, Scootaloo said, suddenly brightening up. Yeah, the others said with a renewed enthusiasm. Quickly, Scootaloo Sweetie Belle held Apple Bloom face up on the ground, and Fluttershy Rabbit Angel showed up out of nowhere in his own robe to stand above the little yellow pony with a carrot raised menacingly. Twilight casually used her telekinesis magic to pull Apple Bloom away and put her down beside Applejack. There's something wrong with that rabbit, Twilight thought, and not for the first time. Well, come along before I get to hog-tie you. We'll let Mama sort this out. Seizing Apple Bloom's robe with her strong teeth, Applejack trotted away, dragging the protesting little pony. Yes, come along, Sweetie Belle. You have to face the music for this, you know. Rarity said. Aw, Sweetie Belle whined, looking dejected. Dash, would you be a dear and take Scootaloo to her parents? Rarity continued, looking at her rainbow friend. Yeah, some pony has to do it. Come on, Squirt. At least you get a ride to your parents.
Dash, wait, hold on, wait, Dash. what are her parents? I mean, who are her parents? We never saw her parents anywhere. We don't even know that they even exist.
I don't know. Who cares? Dash picked up Scootaloo up by the neck of her robe and deposited her on her back. Yay? Scootaloo asked, clearly unsure how to look at a change of events. Then Dash took off like a shot and did a few loops. Terrified screaming soon floated down to the ground. So, did any pony like the movie? Twilight asked brightly as Rarity and Sweetie Belle trudged away. Pinkie Pie shrugged and then hacked and gagged as she felt the popcorn kernel caught in the back of her throat. Fluttershy began. Fluttershy? Twilight asked. It was nice, I guess. Well, it was really something. I mean, nice, Twilight asked incredulously. Well, it was really something, she said in a lower tone of voice. That's it? Twilight raised one eyebrow. Fluttershy sighed and lowered her head. Oh, come on, you can tell me. I know it was my idea to see it. After I heard Princess Celestia was present at the opening night in Centerlot, and I kinda liked parts of it, but I can see it was the best movie I've ever seen. Fluttershy shrugged, looking away back at Twilight and Pinkie. Well, Twilight looked at her expectantly. Oh God, here we go. This is kind of like the when
That's
she
the
tried
other
out the
scene,
dress.
I know. We all know everything was going to happen. But you know what? Can I read this, please?
Yes.
The acting was acceptable, but not especially noteworthy. The characterizations were shallow. We had no sense of who this Rose and Twinkie were, and that other pony didn't even get a name. She was just there as a set dressing. Someone to hold the bridle. So far too much effort was placed into this movie, shocking the audience to prevent them from noticing any plot holes. The action whipped back and forth between cheap scares and cheap thrills too fast to get a sense of gravity, and we're expected to care for the main character for no reason other than the fact that she's the main character. Rainy Day's motivations were never explained, and it's obvious that the script had hasty rewrites and after Nightmare Moon insisted, so that Princess Luna would be portrayed as a protector instead of antagonist, which is probably why Princess Celestia went to see such a shoddy movie in the first place. There was plenty of mare-on-mare action to keep the stallion audience, but there was absolutely no cult-on-cult. Seriously, probably due to the peer pressure. Despite interviews stating that the director was open to such things, oh my God, the set pieces were competent enough, but the story lurched along the incident with noticing, supporting them. The writing was lazy. Too many unexplained things were hoof waved in, and the sequel is undoubtedly going to even be worse. If he had spent much time actually making the film or the movie as he did, coming up with a snappy title, it would have been much better. In fact, the only reason it was ever made in the first place was to capitalize on the cheap scandal. Frankly, the director should go back to his serious works, or possibly even a recommendable film school.
And that's Twilight stared at her, jaw agape. Fluttershy took a breath and looked away, suddenly bashful. I mean, it was okay for a girls' night out movie. That movie made me hungry. Who wants cupcakes? Funky Pie asked brightly. The end.
Oh, by the way, I find it hilarious that it's Bridle Black, yet it has nothing to do with Bridle Black. And it says so right here on the author's lie that she did lie it. Then why did you even mention that? To get the people's attention? Hell, I mean, it was a good job because, you know, the story was actually kind of well written. But god damn it, really? Okay, author's lie. Yes, this was a Bridle Black My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fusion of a sort. I couldn't do that to the cast, so I turned it into a movie. A terrible movie. If you don't know what Bridle Black is, oh my god, are they going to explain? It's a hentai, with cults and sacrifices and stuff. Also, I wanted to nod at all the silly things that people have to come up with for ponies to find wacky and kinky. Like, Rarity having a bondage fetish, okay? And give my salute to them. Also, this was for the people who wanted to know if I was going to do... Oh, this is for yourself, okay? God damn it. This, well, was clever. A really clever story.
Oh, that's the end of it. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Godspeed.